Okay, question 6. So just continuing on with a similar example. I don't have the y-intercept again, so I've got two options, and we'll go with all those two options again. Two methods, y minus b equals m bracket x minus a, or a substitution method. First move is always the same, find the gradient. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, so y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that's going to be 1 minus 5 over 3 minus 1. That's minus 4 over 2. The gradient of the line is minus 2. Now I can, if I'm going to use the method y minus b equals m bracket x minus a, I take either of the points, doesn't matter which, and I label them a, b. So a and b. Y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. Where I see a, I'll replace it with 3, b1, and m is equal to minus 2. So that's y minus 1 is equal to minus 2 bracket x minus 3. That's y minus 1 is equal to minus 2x. Now be careful, minus 2 times minus 3 is plus 6. Bring the minus 1 over, change its sign to a plus, and that's y equals minus 2x plus 7. Okay, different method, substitution method, but I'm going to get the same answer. So the gradient again is 1 minus 5 over 3 minus 1, minus 4 over 2, and that's 2. So I can now say that the gradient is 2, so I can write y equals 2x plus c, and now I'm looking for c. So again, substitution method, choose one of the points, doesn't matter which, and I'm going to use this point up here this time. So I'm going to say that a is 1 and b is, rather, x is 1 and y is 5. So where I see x, I'm going to replace it with 1. And where I see y, I'm going to replace it with 5. So that'll be 5 equals 2 lots of 1 plus c. That's 5 equals 2 plus c, which implies that c is equal to 5 minus 2, and that's 3. Slight mistake there, which was that the gradient was minus 2. So it's minus 2 times 1 minus 2, which means c is equal to, bring that over, 7, y equals minus 2x plus 7. Okay, another example. So across the x-axis at 2, that's 2, 0. So gradient is going to be 2 minus 0 over 6 minus 2. That's 2 over 4, and the gradient of the line is 1/2. Y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. Choose one of the points and label it AB. I'm going to choose this point here and label it AB. So y minus 0 equals 1/2 bracket x minus 2. The thing that's making this look a bit messy is the fraction of a half, so I can multiply both sides of the equation by 2 to eliminate that fraction. So y becomes 2y. 0 is still 0 if I multiply by 2, so that goes. Now, a half of x minus 2, well, you multiply that by 2, and a half times 2 gives you 1, so that's just 1 lot of the bracket x minus 2. 2y is x minus 2, and y is equal to 1/2 of x minus 1. or you could leave your final answer as 2y equals x minus 2. Example 8. Often these questions are given to you without a diagram, and it's just important that you interpret the question correctly. So if you think about the point 0,4, if I don't have a diagram but I can visualise where that goes through the y-axis at 4, 0,4. So that's my y-intercept, so I do have C there. Okay, so the gradient is 12 minus 4 over 8 minus 0. That's 8 over 8, and the gradient is equal to 1. This is my y-intercept, so 0,4 passes through the y-axis at 4. C is equal to 4. So it's y equals mx plus c. The gradient is 1, the y-intercept is 4. That's 1x, x plus 4, y equals x plus 4, final answer. Alternative method, find the gradient is normal. 12 minus 4 over 8 minus 0. 8 over 8, which is 1. The equation of the line then is y equals 1x plus c, and I can use now substitution method. So y equals x plus c. Choose one of the points, it doesn't matter which one, and label the xy. So I'm going to choose this one. Where I see x, I'm going to replace it with 8, and where I see y, replace it with 12. 12 equals 8 plus c. 8 plus something gives me 12, that's 4. C is equal to 4. C is equal to 4, the gradient is equal to 1, so that's y equals 1x plus 4, same answer. One more example of this type. Got a point B 3,5 and a point C 4,6, and I'm looking to find the gradient. So m equals 6 minus 5 over 4 minus 3. That's 1 over 1, the gradient is 1. First method, choose one of the points and call it AB. A is 3, B is 5. Y minus B equals m bracket x minus a. Y minus 5 equals 1 bracket x minus 3. Y minus 5 equals x minus 3. Bring the minus 5 across, change its sign, and y is equal to x plus 2. Minus 3 plus 5 is plus 2. Alternatively, substitution method. Gradient is normal, 6 minus 5 over 4 minus 3 is 1 over 1, that's 1. Now I can choose one of the points at random, doesn't matter which one. Call one of the x coordinates x, one of the y coordinates y, so 4, 6 xy. So y is equal to 1x plus c. Where I see y, replace it with 6. Where I see x, replace it with 4. 4 plus something is equal to 6. C is equal to 2. Final answer then is y equals 1x plus 2.